Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And we are underway from Santa Clara. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Heavy, heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Miles Jack with a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Here we go.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38.
Mike 51. Are you getting ahead? Are you getting ahead? Hey, Mike 51. Mike 51. I got him. No. 51 to Mike, boy. 51. I'm going to go.
Minshew, 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And this one will be brought back to the 22. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Garoppolo looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go. 180. 44. Come off the ball. Come on. Hey, switch gears.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play.
Here we go.
But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Switch. Switch. Whip, whip. Whip, whip. Watch the whip. Kill, kill. Two. He's coming. We got double up.
So that'll back him up 5.
Here we go. 180. 6. I'm coming after you. Go.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
21. Here we go.
Now Garoppolo. He hits his target. It's the tight end, Torlolo. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Garoppolo gives to Breida. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Here we go. 21. Here we go.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Josh Allen. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
But enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
7. Crunch.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to go down again. Josh Allen picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
X3, 218, jump.
We're scoreless after 1. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Come on, set. 30 base. Hey, team 6. 51 to mine. 51 to mine.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Akello Witherspoon, really good coverage from the Colorado man, getting a hand in on it. All right, CD, let's have a little fun. Now that we're into October, I'm going to give you some AFC teams. You tell me quickly, contender or pretender. You ready?
Yes, let's do it.
All right, let's start in the East. Buffalo.
Contender for a wild card spot.
Okay, how about the Chargers?
Pretender.
AFC North, the Steelers.
Contender because the AFC North is a jumble.
Okay, and then lastly, let's go to the South, Jacksonville.
Pretender. Houston now in control.
A pass complete here to Conley. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On the draw, this is Fournette. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Yep. Deep grip.
Throwing on second down now, Minshew. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Okay, now I want to revisit what we were doing earlier, contender versus pretender. We did the AFC. Let's rock the NFC here, starting with the New York Giants.
Pretender, but much improved.
Okay, NFC North, how about the Vikings?
Contender, no doubt about it.
Carolina in the South, what do you think there?
Contender, and ascending.
Okay, quarterback play has become a good thing for them. Finally, out west, how about the Arizona Cardinals?
Pretender. The division's just way too tough. There are 3 teams better than them.
The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Myles Jack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Taking it about the 16. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here we go. Like 20.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
21.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Check nickel. Hey, Alpha.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. That'll be complete to Breida. Gets past one man. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Garoppolo now. 1st down throw. This one complete to Coleman. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Garoppolo again. James has got it. Complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, left and hot.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. 13. Alert 3. Begin.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 7-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the 3rd quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Minshew, and this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
Hey, exit.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 37-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Only needed 1 yard. He said, I'll get you more than that.
Yeah, yard, piece of cake, right? And if you're a defender, seeing the back of the jersey and being able to read his name, not a good thing. That means you're in chase mode. That didn't go well for them on that snap.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
21.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Check. Black. 61, matchbox lights. Shit.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jarek McKinnon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Off the play fake to McKinnon, it's Garoppolo. And now Garoppolo lost the football. And the Jags grab it past the 20. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal.
Bravo! You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Mike 51, Mike 51.
On On second down, Minshew. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the fourth and final quarter. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at the 20. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on second and 4. To throw is Garoppolo. This is Coleman with a grab. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Hey, Delta. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, watch the slant. 36.
Garoppolo to throw for it on fourth. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. That would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Check 15. Topper. Tiger.
To try again after the sack. Foles, and the pressure gets to him again. Quan Alexander picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. That one complete. He finds Sharp. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
Hey, orbit. 51, Mike 51. Check Mike. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51.
On fourth down, Minshew. The open man is Shark. It's complete. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Fournette, a first down carry. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Hey, watch this. Get it.
On 2nd and 11 now. Minshew to the end zone, but it's incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun is Minshew. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It's certainly.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Eluding the pressure right. That is incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
And yes, he found Toilolo. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Garoppolo finding his tight end Kittle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Garoppolo now completes it to the tight end Kittle. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Only one timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have one timeout left. And that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch. Not at all.
A gain of 7 brings
I'm ready. Check.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.